I'm a little bit drunk, so I wanna read this right now. This is something that I didn't write in a way where I intended for it to be shared with anyone, but I think I might have touched on something human, so I'll share it with you guys tonight. This one's for the good. Monday, March 28th, 2011. I remember last night when I wrote the words above these. I know I was down, very much lost in too much curiosity, too much of a need for things that are unattainable, answers to questions which don't exist. See, that's the difference. It's just about being easy, but I haven't been today. I did have my music, and I think that mattered. I think that even helped me ease into the day and provide those out-of-work experiences needed to get through every day of doing something you don't want to do for a sum of money worth less than a single step you've ever taken. Maybe it's just me. I know I'm lost and found. I feel both on a daily basis. See, just last night I wrote what I wrote above, and I didn't read it before writing this. I glanced at it. It ended on a cigarette. One of those smokes where the devoted smoker finds its taste too stale. And tomorrow's first one with its companion coffee is worth going to bed for. It's worth waking up. I'm constantly dramatic, but that seems like an honest portrayal of the inner workings of my mind. Every day I feel almost everything I believe I could possibly feel. And then I doubt my belief in everything, and I have to start again. And then there are the nights like tonight, when a sensibility, a mature version of my life of earned years, brings me to a conclusion, and I know that all is okay. It's not good. It's nowhere near great, but it's okay. And I think okay is good enough to keep me going until tomorrow. You see, I'm a purveyor of absolute statements. I find truth in a single second and declare that it forever means what it did. In that second I lived. I find a single thought that brings me up and I rise beside it, topping it at times, sometimes feeling a little too high. And then I get downstream, and it's all wrong. Not bad, but so bad that I'm deluding myself about any chance, any sort of attainable happiness, some level, something, in terms of mood and intensity of experience. That's more realistic to work with. But here's what I've got. I'm loved and I'm not. I've got good friends. I'm a decent guy. And I really try a lot of the time. I'm also too smart to make the dumb choices I make. Too good to settle for certain lows. Too stuck in being one of those momentary truths that I forget all the rest. And I live in a world of pure pretend. This results in magic or death. And the magic is real, but the death is the end. And maybe it isn't, but I haven't read enough books written by authors writing from beyond the grave to think that there's any sort of semblance to our eternity when existing on the other side of the edge. See, death is a favorite subject of mine. It's just like love. I spot these cloud-like feelings in a busy world when I'm not trying. In fact, it's most often when I'm deluding myself into being someone so far-fetched that I can barely take it. Love and death are my reminders. Love cures, and death completes. The cycle needs both. I often think of death as a substitute, for thoughts on love. Tonight I once again confront myself with all the things I've ever wanted, everything I've dreamt, all that I have chosen to remember, that which haunts me in a delightfully chilly way as I continuously say, something must be done. The idea of writing, being a writer, succeeding at it enough to make a living from producing strings of words, is often overshadowed with the grandest goal of all. You see, I survive until tomorrow, and that's the daily battle. It takes days without water, and maybe weeks with no food, but without love and death and the rest, there'd be nothing else. You see, love breaks hearts, but maybe it needs to. Sometimes death leaves some alone, half there, half not, half gone to a place where return is never even uttered in a restless dream. It's good to know the power of things. Eat and live, stay warm, be with others, find love, know death, motivate and believe, yes, believe in something that doesn't fit. You can call it God, or some force inside the universe, some Buddha in the heart of all. Maybe it's the trees and the plants, Mother Nature, who has gifted us this wondrous obstacle. Here's this realm of experience that you just can't hide from. And you can dream things that will happen next. And you can dream those which may outlast us, happening in some other version of this, or some other existence similar enough for there to be a thing called life, a thing called death, and a thing called love. And dreaming is the key to that. To me, the dream is the food fed to our one PowerPoint which makes it all possible. Our minds must eat. Oh, maybe it's just the brain. You see, I drank a half a gallon of water just now, and I felt my neurons speed up. Maybe that's the real version of excitement. Or even this. Enough of a desire to sit down and write something. There's a million other things I could be doing and should be doing, but this is where my fingers are finding what they need. I don't blame it on them. As my mind wanders to the point where I turn my head to stare at walls and wonder what's beyond, I give credit for this rapid tapping to something else, that other force. I can't see it as holding a name or a shape. I can't call it part of the universe, or part of me, or separate from anything, or the same as everything. But I know it's there. Something's there. I'm always searching to see its eyes, even if it never bothers to see.